Hi traders, it's Steve here again from Option Alpha, and tell you what, today I am super duper excited to jump in here and talk with you about bot symbols and the new shareable custom watch lists and how we can use those across the platform, specifically inside of a bot. So I'm going to share with you how I'm starting to do that, right? We just launched these in the newest platform release earlier this week. I've been dying to jump in and make this video. I've been playing around with it, talking about it with friends, family, other traders, and just excited to share with you how you can create these new watch lists and then go ahead and automatically use them inside of a bot. Really cool stuff, super powerful, leveraging a couple of different key tools and functionality and wrapping it up into one super duper powerful way of running automations using dynamic custom watch lists. All right, so let's jump in. Here's how we can do it. First of all, we can now create multiple watch lists. Okay, which is really cool. We can create these watch lists with up to 50 ticker symbols. We can add, edit, modify those watch lists wherever we want. For example, I created this core watch list, which is looking at some of the major ETFs, right? So here in the screener, I can look at that. I can sort and filter with these different columns. I can bounce around between my different watch lists. Same thing, I can do that inside of trade ideas as well, which is really cool. So these watch lists that you create can now be used all across the platform, right? Trade ideas, screener, on the home page, you can toggle between them very quickly. Most importantly, potentially in my opinion, is being able to use these in bots, right? So what I did is I created just a shell bot, which is I've called the high IV rank iron condor neutral RSI bot, right? Kind of a mouthful, but I'm going to show you how we package all of that in to one bot symbol. Okay, so here inside the settings of the bot, we have this bot symbol section. If I click on the edit icon, we can start to build this out. Now this is kind of a concept idea I've had in my mind, and now that we have this tool at our disposal, I can kind of finally plug it into a bot. We're going to do it in paper trading, and then hopefully this is just the beginning of it, right? I'm excited to see what ideas the rest of the community comes up with. By the way, you can share these watch lists in the community. So as you create your own custom watch lists, you can share them. Other traders are sharing them, they're already doing it. You can go in there, grab theirs and save it to your portfolio, which is really cool, right? So inside of the bot symbol for this specific bot, I have the ability to let the bot automatically sort and filter a selected watch list before every scan, right? And then it's going to produce a unique list of symbols from that watch list based on the criteria that we set up, all right? So I'll show you how to do that. First and foremost is we're going to tell the bot what watch list to focus on. So we can use a pre-existing watch list, we can create a brand new one on the fly, we can create a custom list of symbols that are only used inside the spot, really however we want to do it. I'm going to use that core watch list, so I know I'm focusing on some of those specific indice ETFs. And the next step will be telling it how to sort from that greater list of symbols, right? So step number one is, okay, we have all these tickers, what do we want to do? I can sort by IV rank, by RSI, by change percentage. For this one, I kind of want to focus on IV rank, right? Because we're looking at high IV rank iron condors. So I can tell the bot, all right, I want you to go ahead and look at my core watch list. And then step one is to sort them from their highest to lowest IV rank. So that's number one. That's very powerful, right? Because I can come in and I'm automatically starting with that has the highest implied volatility of my selected watch list. Number two is we can start to add some filters as well to get a little bit more detailed. So I can exclude trades that are looking at earnings or ex-dividends over a certain time frame, right? And make sure I'm not looking in a period that includes that if I want to avoid it. I can filter for IV ranks for min and max values. So for example here, not only am I going to look and sort for tickers that have an IV rank from highest to lowest, I'm going to set a minimum IV rank of at least 10. So it will sort them from highest to lowest, but it'll exclude any that don't have an IV rank of at least 10, right? And of course I could set that any value I wanted. I could set a max. I am going to do that with RSI because I want to look for a neutral RSI for this idea. So we're going to look from 30 to 70 in RSI, right? So starting with the highest to lowest IV rank of at least 10, and then let's only focus on symbols that aren't potentially overbought or oversold, right? Then we're going to open up a neutral iron condor on those. Now of that list, right, your watch list can include up to 50 symbols. So you could limit that list that the bot is going to look at when it scans by a certain number. So maybe if you only wanted to look at the number one symbol that met your criteria, boom. And again, every single time it goes to scan, it's going to update this symbol list, right? So dynamically using real-time data all throughout the day, it's going to reorder that if those conditions change. I'm actually going to keep this. We'll set it to 5 symbols. So every time it runs, it's going to give me the 5 symbols that meet my criteria and filter. So if I hit save right now, we can see right now there's 4 tickers that actually meet that criteria. IWM, DIA, QQQ, VXX. And they're listed from highest IV rank to lowest. Now I actually don't want to trade anything in VXX. I just have that in my watch list to keep an eye on it. So I'm going to exclude it from my list. So now I've narrowed it down to IWM, DIA, QQQ. I know that those 3 symbols have an IV rank of at least 10 and their RSI is between 30 and 70. And then I know that IWM has the highest IV rank of those 3, right? And again, dynamically updating throughout the day. So now what I want to do, now I want to go ahead and create an automation to automatically open up Iron Condors for me every time it does that. So I'm just going to call my Iron Condor scanner, and I'm just going to come in here and use trade idea. I'm going to say, open me a trade idea, find me an Iron Condor using those symbols. So inside of the position details, I can link directly to those bot symbols. So trade ideas knows to focus on those symbols. I'm going to look at Iron Condors. I'm going to look at an expiration, for this example, between 20, we'll call it 20 and 45 days. How's that? We'll save that. Just one contract for now. I'll come and set exit options later. We're just going to get this set up for ourselves. I can come and add some additional entry and position criteria. So I'm going to make sure the bot has less than 1 position in the symbol, and it's only going to open 1 position per day. And then all I really care about is I just want to make sure we have a positive EV. So I'm going to hit 1. I'm going to make sure my probability of max profit is over 50%, right? Some simple filters. This is really just to get the ball rolling. I'm going to save that. I just want to start rolling with some Iron Condors here. Now I can schedule my scanner now a couple of different ways. We've added this as well in the new release. I can select specific days. I can even select specific time frames. I'm just going to leave that open for now and save it. And there we go. We've added it. I'm in paper trading. I'm just going to go ahead and run that automation right now and see what happens in real time if I run it. And there we go, right? It found me a DIA Iron Condor based on that bot symbol list. I can see it met all of my filters right there. If I jump over into my positions, there's our DIA Iron Condor that was just opened up. I'm leveraging bot symbols, right? I'm telling it to look at my custom watch list, to jump in there, find specific symbols, resort and order it for me, and then I'm using trade ideas to open an Iron Condor based on a couple of key position details, right? So super excited. I had to jump in and show you how to do it because I've been playing around with it all week. Excited to hear your comments. Let me know what you think about it, maybe some ideas you potentially have. This is just step 1. As we start to kind of dig into it a little bit more, I'll add some ideas. This is just a concept idea, not really any sort of a strategy recommendation, but I had to jump in and share it with you all. So let me know what you think in the comments. Get in there, jump in, try it out, start building some watch lists and plugging them into your bots. And I'll see you soon.